Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Western North Carolina fishing report with Dale Collins of Tuckaseegee Fly Shop. How you doing, Dale?
Doing well, Marvin. Just wrapped up the trip for the day and sitting at the house sipping some Basil Haydens for tonight. Compliment the Brian Hester and Hooks Fly Company.
Oh, well, there you go. And, I looked at your weather reports. You better have your long johns on.
Yeah, man. The bottom is falling out of the thermometer, man. It's dropping quick as the front comes through. So spent most of the day guiding in snow showers on the Western North Carolina fly fishing trail, and made for beautiful scenery, and totally just it just didn't even stick. Just beautiful sight, and we're home for the day, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, and so folks know we're recording this on Monday evening, and you guys have got a winter weather watch, I guess, really for snow and stuff kind of above 3,500 feet, right?
I think so, yeah. The salt trucks are certainly rolling around, cruising. They bind the roads up here. So I think in the valleys we're going to be okay. But I don't think tomorrow we're getting above freezing. So if anything does lay between, really as we're hitting freezing, right now or so, anything that lands between now and Wednesday is probably not going to disappear too much. But it is mainly the higher elevation. So, anybody looking to come up and fish in these situations, it's really 3,000 feet and up that are going to see trouble. It's manageable here in the valleys.
Yeah, but that being said, I did notice that you're going to warm up as the week moves on, but your nightly lows are down in the 20s, so you're getting ready to have a pretty significant shift in fish behavior.
That's right. Yeah, we started to see some of that this afternoon on the backside of this front, but certainly where the water, let's take Deep Creek for example. That water is originating from springs, obviously, and that's a nice water temperature. But the air temperature, 3,000 feet and up, it's going to be single digits the next 2-3 nights. So that water is going to get super cold. Water temp this afternoon was 47, and that's coming down for 53 here. As Thanksgiving hit, we were 68, 70 degrees. So the water temps were just perfect. We were just crushing fish. And then, the next couple of days, it's going to get tough. We're going to see those water temps dip down into the 30s most likely. It's interesting just sitting here thinking about it. The Tuckaseegee, with all the Duke Energy repairs going on that we've been cussing for the last 2-3 years, that's actually going to be a saving grace, because all that water coming down from Duke Energy is going to be much warmer. So the Tuck water temps, they're probably going to go from about 62 down to the mid 50s. So I think the Tuck water temps are going to stay fantastic with all the cold weather talk. So, as long as your feet can stand it, get out there and try to fish the Tuck a little bit.
Yeah, and if you can't do that, I guess if you're on the wild stuff, those fish are going to move into slow, deep pools, and you're going to have to bump them on the nose, right?
Yeah, super heavy nymphs, but you're going to probably want to put something tiny down there with it. Inline dropper or tag dropper, whatever you need to do, something that's going to sink fast, get down there and stay on the bottom. And, this afternoon's trip, we snipped out a 14-inch brown here right before quitting time, and it was, getting hung on rocks, and then, we get off the rock, we cast again, hung on a rock, cast again, fish. So it's like, that's where you've got to be. And, they're just going to be glued. They're not going to ride the dry flies. They just don't even bring that box, and when it's cold weather situations like this, just stick to the heavy nymphs. And even, in the creek situations, you may not even want to mess with the streamer box either.
Yeah, it's kind of funny you say that. That makes me think of fishing girdle bugs and big stone flies with an itty-bitty flashback pheasant tail or hare's ear off the back.
That's exactly it. Yeah, exactly. The trick today was the gold bead hare's ear with the black actually dyed dubbing and a France fly. So those are the two getting it done today.
Well, there you go. And we've got a question from Todd, and he wanted to know, and this is kind of timely too, kind of the best time of the year to fish for brown trout in your neck of the woods.
Certainly the fall. I really love the month of November. We've just kind of wrapped that up, but the last 3 or 4 floats on the Tuckaseegee Delayed Harvest in Bryson City is really starting to produce some nice brown trout. And like Friday, for example, Black Friday out there fishing with Brian Hester, 98% of what we caught were rainbows. And I pointed that out, and the very next fish, Brian crushes an 18-inch big wild brown right in downtown Brighton. So, they're out there. They're still there. We saw a big brown eat today. He came unbuttoned right as we got into this position to get him in the net. But they're out there. They're eating. The fall, I think, is definitely the better time. They're going to be doing their spawn thing in October, but I think in November they really start to like to fatten back up ahead of winter.
Yeah, and with your water temperatures on the Tuck, sounds like streamers may still be an option.
It is. I absolutely think it is. Well, today's float, for example, Preston, one of our guys, we had some rain push through last night on the front side of this weather coming in, so the water was a little off color. We were completely upfront about expectations, saying, hey, it's a low percentage day, but, if you still want to, let's try to make this work, streamers, big fish kind of day. By the end of it, he comes out with a 20-plus inch brown trout. So it's definitely, a low percentage shot, but it's going to be, risk reward kind of thing.
Well, there you go. And, folks, we love questions at the Articulate Fly. If we use your question, I'll send you some Articulate Fly swag, and you'll get into a drawing for something cool from the shop. And you can send them to us however you want to. We take them by email. You can call the podcast. If you do that, we'll even probably play your question on the air, or you can hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. And before I let you hop, Dale, and finish that bourbon, why don't you let folks kind of know about shop hours for the holidays, any kind of cool holiday stuff that's going on, and all that kind of good stuff?
Absolutely. So we have gone to, in our Bryson City shop, our winter hours. They're going to be 10 to 2, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 9 to 5, Thursday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. Still, though, we're going to say 9 to 5 here through the winter season. And, we're going to run, it seems to be trendy to run Black Friday through maybe forever. I don't know. But Black Friday deals on our website only. And so check out our web store, tuckflyshop.com. Hit the shop online button. You'll see all the different categories and specials there. And then check us out if you're in town, Silva. If you're Asheville, Waynesville, come see us at Silva, 530 West Main Street, and then downtown Bryson City as well. There at 3 Depot Street, behind the big brown trout statue.
Well, there you go. And, folks, don't let the cold weather deter you, right? One, and it's going to give you a lot of solitude. Just dress warmly and maybe stick a couple chemical hand warmers in your waders. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Dale.
You too, Marvin.